Greetings, YouTube. I'm going to be linking to an article that deals with a Christian church in Britain, which has decided that women may not speak in their meetings unless accompanied by their husbands, a sexist ruling if there ever was one. And the article goes on to discuss women's roles in the Christian faiths. But I think it's asking a bigger question. The bigger question is, why does organized religion fear women? Now, a friend of mine asked me recently why I thought female circumcision existed in the world. And for me, that's taking this conversation even a step further and asking even a larger question. And for me, they're all linked. Female circumcision, organized religion's fear of women, and the Christian faith's fear of women. And you notice the terms I'm using here. 3 times I've used the word fear, because to me, that is the heart of this issue. That males and the social structure controlled by males, the patriarchy, and I'm going to get hit on that one, I can tell you right now. Members of the male rights army are going to come in and tell me that the patriarchy is a myth and it does not exist, and to that I say bullshit. It does in fact exist. It has existed for a very long time, and organized religion, by and large, enshrines it, literally, in coded religious texts that says that men should be in charge. And I use the term fear because that's what I feel this is all based on. Frankly, I think that when it comes to human interaction, all negative human interactions are based on fear. But that's even a larger question. But in this particular instance, why men fear women in their religious structures they're in, female circumcisions being an example thereof, and before the male right activists get their collective panties in a bunch, yes, I am also opposed to male circumcision. It's fear because men, not all men, some men, particularly those that engage in female circumcision and many forms of organized religion, fear the fact that women, sexually, don't need them. That a woman can achieve an orgasm without them. Now, the fact that men can achieve orgasms without women, in fact, a male can achieve an orgasm without ever having touched a woman in their entire lives, doesn't ever seem to play in this. That seems to never be something that they ever concern themselves with. That is part of the male privilege. It's, of course, okay if males can do that. That's just, we're not even going to talk about that. We're going to shelve that over there, and we're never going to discuss it, because that doesn't matter. What matters to these particular men that involved in the female circumcision and organized religion and Christianity in particular, who all are acting in a sexist manner, is that they fear that women can get off without them getting involved. And that is a very emasculating thought for some men, which is kind of sad. Also, women are literally the source of human life. Even the woman doesn't have to know who the father of that child is. But the child is always going to know who their mother is if they're, raised in a healthy relationship. If their child isn't taken away from their mother, or their mother doesn't die in childbirth or something. So that connection, mother and child, is so intimate that some men are intimidated by it. Because even the healthiest relationship between a child and a father shall never be the same as the relationship between the child and their mother. And some men need to control that. They need to put their footprint on that institution, that relationship, that situation. Because if they don't, they feel that they're being pushed out of the picture, that they are somehow not being given center stage, which of course is the main thrust of patriarchy, yes, pun intended, that men must always have center stage. They must be the omega and the alpha and everything in between. They must absolutely be in charge. And whenever that is threatened, their fear instinct kicks in, and they start doing things like sawing off women's clitorises with broken glass, or making sure they can't speak or have equality in their organized religion. Now, as I've said it in the past, I'm opposed to organized religion. Even covens are a little too organized for my taste, and they've only got 13 members. If you are a theist, and I believe all humans are theists, all you need is you and your gods. You need no churches, no priests, no holy books. Just you and the divine. And this is a fine example of how the combination of fear and politics and faith can truly warp the world. It institutionalizes the maiming of women, the silencing of women, the complete and utter exclusion of them from the religious life. So yes, I am about to open up a can of worms here, and I'm okay with that. We need to talk about this. This is something that has to be brought out into the open because the sunshine is the best place to deal with these things.